Hello, everyone. Trying to decide what to say because I've been having a nice long political talk before I made this. I had to cut it short so I could make this video. But that's not super. Almost gonna fall. Didn't fall though. Okay. It's not really what I want to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was an experiment done in the 1970s called the Stanford Prison Experiment. And I'll explain it quick and kind of why I want to talk about it. We got our internet back today, which I was very excited about. And I started watching, or I was on BuzzFeed, and it told me about all these documentaries, just interesting documentaries that are gonna scare you. One of them was all about this, and I looked it up and I watched the documentary, and then I saw that there was a movie based on this, and I watched that also. And I just think it's very interesting because what it is there were 24 there were 9 and 9. There was 18 that were used. There was 24 possibles that they got out of Stanford, and it was listed as a summer job, 2 weeks, $15 a day. And what they did was they split the 18 that they had into 9 guards and 9 prisoners, and they did this completely arbitrarily. They flipped a coin and were like, okay, you're a guard and you're a prisoner in this. And they a place called Jordan Hall at Stanford, which is funny because we have a Jordan Hall, but ours is English, theirs is psychology. But they renovated the basement of this and made it into a jail with 3 cells. They made a solitary confinement, which they called the hole, that they could put people in, and they planned to do this for 2 weeks. They planned this, that was as long as they planned the experiment, and it lasted 6 days before it completely fell apart. The guards were given were pretty much just told what their job title was, you're the guards, and they were kind of given free reign with very few rules, one of which was you cannot use violence on the prisoners, which they almost immediately broke. That's the rule. The man in charge of this whole thing, was both heading the research aspect part of it and watching what was happening, and also was the warden. And he also, within days, got so into this role that he was no longer a good researcher, because he was doing everything with the thought of it being a jail as opposed to the thought of it being an experiment. I just find all of this very interesting, I guess, is really what I'm trying to say. I'm going to leave links in the description for the Wikipedia page on it, and for the page of this man that did the experiment, Dr. something. I can't think of his last name, I'm sorry. But I thought that I would share this that I found interesting today, and that's pretty much it. It's taken up a pretty solid chunk of my day thinking about this and doing some research on it, because I've just found it very interesting. But I look forward to seeing your video tomorrow, Taylor.